Something incredible has happened, and Christians around the world are stunned. When someone is chosen as the guardian of the Ark of the Covenant after the previous one passes away, they are required to stay in a specific chapel for the rest of their life. They are never allowed to leave, remaining close to whatever object is in that chapel. Over the years, I met 3 of these guardians. Interestingly, they all had cataracts and believed that whatever was in the chapel, possibly the Ark, was the cause of their blindness. These guardians often didn't live very long after being appointed. Now, new information about the Ark of the Covenant has been uncovered. The Ark of the Covenant, which holds the 10 Commandments, remains one of the Bible's greatest mysteries. Many believe it has been hidden away for centuries. Let's dive into what's been discovered. For the past 3,000 years, Ethiopia has been seen as a possible final link between God and humanity. It is the only country that claims to have the Ark of the Covenant, which plays a major role in its religious and cultural identity. The Ethiopian Jews, known as the Falashas, have ancient traditions that support this claim, adding to the mystery of their origins in Ethiopia. So, is the Ark really there? And if it is, what secrets does it hold? Author Graham Hancock explores this in his historical journey to Ethiopia's holiest city. Hancock suggests that the history of the Ark of the Covenant challenges the common belief in its existence. He mentions that people who lived near the Ark showed signs of radiation poisoning, with symptoms like cataracts in their eyes. He also highlights an important fact: the Falashas, an indigenous Ethiopian group, have their own story about how the Ark came to Ethiopia. This story is different from the famous Ethiopian national epic, the Kebra Nagast, sometimes called the Glory of Kings. Through his research, Hancock discovered the significance of these different narratives. After learning about Ethiopian culture, the author began exploring the topic, which led to the publication of The Sign and the Seal in 1992. This book marked the start of his writing career, which later included fingerprints of the gods and other works. Returning to the Ark of the Covenant and its importance, you might wonder, who protects the Ark? The answer is a monk who has the sacred responsibility of guarding it. This monk lives in Axum, an intriguing city in northern Ethiopia's Tigray region. Axum is famous for its enormous granite stelae, which look like ancient Egyptian obelisks. Although their shapes are slightly different, some of these stelae are as tall as 110 feet, all carved from solid granite. The Ark of the Covenant, one of the most sought-after biblical artifacts, is believed to be kept in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Axum. This artifact, which also includes the 10 Commandments and Aaron's Staff of Miracles, is highly revered. While it was once housed in other locations, it is now kept in a chapel next to the cathedral. Ethiopians take great pride in this sacred history and continue to honor it. The church follows a 3-part plan inspired by the Jewish temple in Jerusalem. Priests enter the Holy of Holies, the sacred inner sanctuary where a replica of the Ark of the Covenant is kept. They perform communion in the holy place, a section designated for sacred rituals. In the outer area, called the modulated portico, scribes act as Levites, leading prayers and worship. Many believe the Ark of the Covenant is housed in Axum, inside the Church of St. Mary of Zion's Holy of Holies. Ethiopian churches also have replicas of the Ark in every church. The cathedral and its chapel are heavily guarded by armed soldiers to protect what they believe to be the real Ark of the Covenant. One man, chosen by a group of monks, serves as the Ark's official guardian. However, this role comes with a lifelong commitment. Once chosen, the guardian is confined to the chapel and cannot leave. Some guardians have fled after realizing the strict nature of their role, but once appointed, there is no way to step down. There's no turning back now. They all ended up with cataracts. Whether it's true or not, many believe the Ark of the Covenant caused their blindness. Nobody is allowed to see the Ark, not even the Abuna, the head of the Ethiopian church, or the leader of the Ethiopian church. If we ever discovered that the Ark of the Covenant is real, it would be a monumental find. Some think it might have been involved in a nuclear incident, but who really knows? What we do know is that the Bible, in the book of Exodus, describes it in detail, almost like a blueprint. It's said to be about 3 feet 9 inches long and 2 feet 3 inches tall, made of gold and wood. What's fascinating is that it's believed to have magical powers and can kill anyone who touches it. For thousands of years, it has remained a mystery. One notable event is when the Philistines captured the ark from the Israelites. Instead of respecting it, they opened it like it was some kind of tourist attraction. Not long after, 50,000 people in the city of Ashdod started dying. Some believe the cause of death might have been related to cancer. The Old Testament provides detailed accounts of the Ark of the Covenant, and what's fascinating is how accurately it's described, even while being tied to some terrifying events. This entity is so well documented and linked to these horrific incidents that it feels like a mystery wrapped in a puzzle. The deeper you dig, the more layers you uncover. There's so much more than what meets the eye. If the Ark is truly radioactive, it wouldn't just stay safely inside a chapel. It would spread its effects to the surrounding community. In fact, 3 different people who were near the Ark developed cataracts, and they all believed it was caused by the Arkansas. One of them even called the Ark a thing of fire. When asked what it looked like, he described it as a gold-covered box, just like the Bible says. Interestingly, gold is known to be a good insulator against radiation. The idea that someone could be hiding the Ark's location from the world is mind-blowing. What if we could actually prove its existence and find it just as it's described in the Bible? A strangely shaped stone, believed to be connected to the covenant, was discovered years ago in the ruins of an old temple near Jerusalem. It's thought that this stone might have supported the Ark of the Covenant, which held the holy tablets of the covenant. The Bible says that Moses brought the commandments down from Mount Sinai and placed them inside the Arkansas. The Ark also contained Aaron's rod, which miraculously bloomed with almonds during a test among the tribes, as well as a portion of the manna collected in the desert. Some Bible scholars believe that King Manasseh of Judah secretly moved the Ark from Israel to Ethiopia, where it has been hidden for thousands of years. According to tradition, it is protected by virgin nuns. The Israelites originally built the Ark of the Covenant in the Sinai desert after escaping Egypt. However, when the Babylonians conquered Jerusalem, the Ark disappeared. Many Torah scholars believe that Jewish exiles fleeing during King Manasseh's reign secretly took the Ark with them. The Ark of the Covenant has sparked countless theories about its location since it disappeared. Some believe it might be underwater in the Sea of Galilee, while others think it was hidden beneath the Temple Mount's foundation. There's also a theory that it was given to the Americans, and another growing belief is that it's in Ethiopia. Some scholars suggest the Ark of the Covenant traveled a long way before reaching ancient Israel. The Maccabees claimed that the prophet Jeremiah hid it in a cave on Mount Nebo. According to the story in 2 Maccabees, Jeremiah found a hidden cave on the mountain and buried the Ark there, warning people not to mark the spot until God brought his people back home. Another popular theory says the Ark was taken to Ethiopia and is now kept in the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion. Stories about the Ark's powers say it helped the Israelites win battles. In one account, the Jordan River miraculously stopped flowing as priests carrying the Ark crossed it. In another, the Philistines returned the Ark to the Israelites after it caused sickness and tumors when they took it. Some stories even claim that anyone who touched or looked at the Ark would die. As for the last known appearance of the Ark, it's hard to say. Some believe King Solomon might have lost the original Ark after turning to the gods of his Egyptian wife. Others point to different legends and theories about its fate. Hezekiah is believed to have hidden the Ark of the Covenant when Pharaoh Shishak arrived in Jerusalem shortly after Solomon's death. Shishak came to support Jeroboam, Solomon's son-in-law, in dividing Solomon's kingdom. The Ark, also known as the Ark of God or the Ark of the Testimony, was placed in the Holy of Holies in the First Temple. This was considered the most sacred place, as it symbolized God's presence, Shekinah. The Ark remained in this holy chamber until the temple was destroyed by the Babylonians in 586 BCE. A scholar named Walter Henrik Jauss claimed to have found numerical codes in the Bible. Based on his research, he concluded that the Ark was hidden near canals and water tunnels used to drain blood from the temple's sacrificial offerings. Jauss persuaded several British aristocrats, including Monty Parker, to join an archaeological expedition to search for the Ark. The Ark of the Covenant is one of the greatest mysteries in history. It is believed to be the holiest artifact in Jewish history because it represents the moment God gave the Israelites the Torah at Mount Sinai. In Jewish tradition, the Ark is considered the most sacred object ever created. For some, faith is not just about belief, it's about seeing proof. They believe that witnessing the Ark with their own eyes would serve as undeniable evidence of God's presence in the world.